A week before our engagement, Robert Lockman told me that our engagement ceremony would not be held at the appointed time. Instead, it would be postponed for another month. He explained, Diana told me that it so happened that day she would be performing her first solo concert. It is a very important thing in her life and I refuse to miss it. Besides, we're getting engaged anyway. It doesn't matter if it is a week early or at a later time. This was the third time he had postponed our engagement for Diana's sake. The first time he did it when Diana, who was abroad, fell ill and said she was scared and missing him. The second time when Diana wanted to go on a spontaneous trip, Robert became very worried and chased after her. So, this was the third time. I put down the phone and turned to look at my childhood friend and the Prince of the Royal City, Anthony Norton, then asked, do you need a fiancé? On the day of our supposed engagement ceremony, Robert was affectionately hugging Diana at the celebration banquet for Diana's concert when he saw Anthony's engagement with me. The event was broadcast all over the city and as he watched, his eyes turned red. Anthony looked at me and asked, have you thought this through? Can you really forget about Robert? I spread my hands helplessly. I gave him enough chances. This is the third time he's cancelled our engagement for the same woman. Maybe this is fate telling me we were never meant to be together. Even the warm feeling can't thaw a frozen heart, can they? Anthony smiled. If you're sure about this, I want to hold a grand engagement ceremony. The Norton family has quite a list of guests to invite and I want everyone to know exactly who I'm marrying. I looked at him, trying to peer into Anthony's heart. What I saw was unwavering determination. Summoning a courage I didn't know I had, I answered, all right. I went home and began packing my belongings. When Robert came back home and saw my suitcase, he sneered, are you running away from home again? Trudy Payton, aren't you tired running away every time we quarrel? You've done this thing for the entire 4 years we are together. It's just postponing the ceremony. Why do you have to make a big deal out of it? By postponing the ceremony for a week doesn't mean I refuse to marry you, okay? The irritation in his voice was evident. It seemed he wanted to slam the door and leave. I replied calmly, I'm not running away. I'm just organizing my things. Though in my heart I told myself that this time I would leave him for good. Robert loosened his tie and carelessly ordered me, on? Well, since you're tidying up, why not prepare the guest room as well? Diana told me this place is closer to her concert venue, so she'll be staying here for a while. I pushed my packed suitcase to the corner and answered without looking up, all right. I'll have Julie clean the guest room tomorrow. My easy willingness stunned Robert. His tone softened when he talked again. Okay, I know I made you upset. So, tomorrow, how about you go to the jewelry store and pick up a set of jewelry there? It's my gift for you. I've also been busy this day, you know, with Diana back and all. What's more, her house hasn't been lived in for ages, so I have to accompany her to clean and decorate it. He added, for now, you just have to worry about our engagement preparation. Once Diana's concert is over, I'll make it up to you. Is that okay? It felt like a heavy stone was pressing on my chest, so I told him, there's no need to accompany me. I have plenty of things to keep me busy. I'm just sorting through some old things and doing some cleanup. Robert did not inquire about the reason I suddenly wanted to clear up things in a house I just moved into. Instead, he looked at me with relief. The last time she was here, Diana mentioned she didn't like you using the sunroom as a studio. She wanted to practice her piano there. So you're finally ready to move all your junk away from there? As I took a deep breath, I replied, yes, I thought it through. The sunroom will be hers starting tomorrow. Silently, I added, so will you. The next day, Diana returned to the city. I had not even had the time to get out of bed when photos of her and Robert embracing at the airport went viral online. This breaking news landed them at the top of the trending charts. The internet search engines were filled with trending news, all of them titled, Love That Spans Through Childhood and A Perfect Match of Talent and Beauty. They make us believe in love. As I scrolled through the headlines, my phone buzzed. It was Anthony. His calm and steady voice asked, should I have those trending posts removed? I gave him a smile. There is no need. That matter has nothing to do with me anymore. Why do we have to waste our money on irrelevant matters? He chuckled. Fair enough. Let's save our money. How about we try on engagement outfits today? The ones I had flown in yesterday should have arrived. Only yesterday, we had only decided to get engaged and this morning, the outfits were already here. I was at a loss for words and was touched by his efficiency. In contrast, during my engagement preparations with Robert, I handled everything on my own. All he'd ever contributed were a few impatient remarks. He had never thought about how exhausted I might feel. Yet now, Anthony has shown me how a true fiancé should act. The dress Anthony had brought and shipped in from abroad fit me perfectly. The designer smiled and said, Mr. Norton insisted I come along to ensure the fit. If it needed any adjustments, he wanted them done on the spot. I was under so much pressure, but now that I see you, I understand why he's so anxious. He really loves you. He's also asked me to design your wedding dress. I'll need to take your measurements and I've brought a few sketches for you to choose from. Which one do you like best? My cheeks flushed red and Anthony stood by and smiled with an enigmatic expression. After an entire day of trying on dresses and jewelry, I returned home utterly exhausted. Just as I sat down, my phone rang. It was Robert. As soon as I picked up the phone, he yelled, where are you? Why aren't you here yet? Do you enjoy keeping everyone waiting? Confused, I asked, where am I supposed to be? Robert sneered, well, Trudy, are you playing dumb just now? I had sent you a text. Diana is returning to the country today. I'm going to a welcome banquet for Diana. She insisted you come. Get here now. I've sent you the location. I checked my phone and found there was an unread WhatsApp message from him. It was sent hours ago. Besides sending the location, Diana also sent a voice message. She said, Trudy, It's been years since we've seen each other. Come and hang out together. Don't tell me you're still bothered by my relationship with Robbie, huh? Then I heard Robert take the phone and say, Trudy, if you don't come over, I'll keep the painting that I promised you. My resolve crumbled. Robert had photographed an oil painting that I had long wanted. He promised me that he would give it to me, but he never did. Apparently, he was using it to blackmail me. I sighed, got up and went there. Fine. A few more days of dealing with these repulsive things wouldn't kill me. When I arrived at the restaurant, they had already started drinking. Diana and Robert sat at the head of the table. They were a picture-perfect couple. As soon as she saw me, Diana made a show to stand up and with a feigned warmth called up, Trudy, you're here, sit here. Then she prepared to move to the seat beside her to make room for me. Robert immediately grabbed her hand, she can sit anywhere. You stay here, you're the star tonight. Diana gave me an apologetic look. I'm sorry, Trudy. Robbie's been drinking some wine and is a bit drunk. Don't mind him. I calmly took a random seat and sat down. It's fine. Whenever I sit do not matter. Besides, Robert's right. You're the main star tonight. Robert's friends began to tease. We were just talking about Robert picking you up at the airport. Honestly, you two look so good together. That trending photo? I was in a daze. It's like something out of a movie. You two really should be together. Breaking up before was such a waste. Now that Diana is back in the country to develop her career, you two can start over.